Today I'm taking on a fun Saturday project to add some character and charm to one space in my main living area. I'm transforming this blank wall with some beautiful adhesive wallpaper, adding some decor and a couple of pieces of furniture that I already have to create a cozy reading nook. It's all about infusing the space with warmth and personality. I knew from the weather forecast that this weekend was going to be a snowy weekend. So before I came home from work on Friday afternoon, I got some supplies from the hardware store and some cozy snacks for the weekend. Most of you have seen the apartment tour video. That's the one that started it all. Again, thank you very much. During that video, the dining table and chairs were against this wall, but a month or so ago, I moved things around. Honestly, for as long as I've had furniture to rearrange, I've done so on a fairly regular basis. I'm not sure what that means emotionally, that I'm constantly trying to change up my living circumstances. The other day I was texting with my daughter. She lives in Ottawa, and she said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Just rearranging the furniture." And she said, "Classic mummy." So I wanted to do something this snowstorm weekend to keep me busy. Not that these YouTube videos don't keep me busy enough. I thought it would be fun to bring a different design element into the apartment, one that I've heard a lot about but I haven't tried myself, and that's adhesive wallpaper. I chose this because it's supposed to peel from the wall easily, as opposed to standard wallpaper, which is an absolute nightmare to remove. The materials that I purchased for this weekend were 3 rolls of wallpaper, a smoother and X-Acto knife, and I had to get this 4-foot ladder. I do have a 3-foot step stool, but I knew that wasn't going to be high enough to get me to the top of the ceiling. So I made the investment of this little ladder, and I'm sure it's going to come in handy for future projects. It's been quite some time since I've purchased wallpaper, and this stuff is not cheap. Each roll was $60. That's the nice thing about decorating a small area. You can create a big impact and have that luxury look and feel in a small area by not breaking the bank. So let's get to it. I'll show you the process and the final result. The first step is to remove the electrical wall plates. This one for the fire alarm system, however, couldn't be removed because there were wires connected to the back of it. Also, the one for the cable could not be removed. Next was to measure the height of the wall, 94 inches, and then measure out and cut the first strip. Should I have a yardstick? Yes. Do I have a yardstick? No. This trusty measuring tape has been with me for decades. Ready to hang the first piece. And the fussiest and most finicky part of the entire process was separating the back of the paper from the actual wallpaper. Once that was done, then it's just a case of removing the backing 6 to 10 inches at a time and smoothing out the paper, either with your hands or with the smoothing tool. I had a first failed attempt at cutting out the area for the fire alarm plate. The second one was the charm. Ready for strip number 2. I had a sticky situation here when it folded over and stuck to itself. And here we are at the end of the first roll. Should I have a longer level? Yes. Do I have a longer level? No. Here's where I realized that each roll was a slightly different color. But I was already committed to the job. The store only had 3 rolls, and even if I purchased another roll, it would probably be the same result, slightly different color. I only hoped that once I had the furniture around it and the decor, that it wouldn't be noticeable at all. So I pressed on with optimism. Time for a union break and to watch the blizzard outside. Bailey is never impressed by my projects, but he does lend his moral support. As they always say, measure twice and cut once. You may wonder why this piece of furniture is there beside me throughout this whole process. It's called the jam cupboard, and I've had this piece of furniture for quite some time, and I've really loved it. I wish it had jam in it, but it doesn't. It has my paperwork and stationery and some books. In a previous home, it used to hold my shoes by the door. The reason that it's there is because, as I've mentioned before, I'm afraid of heights. So that 4th step on the ladder is a big one for me. I have it there as my insurance policy. It makes me feel somewhat better, like if I fell, it wouldn't be fatal. I would maybe only just be seriously injured. And you can't even notice the difference in the shade of the color. I really did want to paper this little wall here to create a proper Nook feel, if there really is such a thing, but I ran out of wallpaper. I do think I will paper that little wall once the store receives more stock, but for now, we'll call it complete. And now to add the finishing touches. I know this is quite a busy pattern, and I wouldn't choose it for a larger area, but I think it's just perfect for this space. Here's the before, and here's the after. I also thought it would make a lovely spot for sharing my YouTube videos. Thanks for spending this time with me. I'm so glad that you did. Please like and subscribe if you could, so that I can grow my channel. And let me know, have you worked with adhesive wallpaper before in any of your projects? Does it in fact peel off easily? We shall see. Until next time, take care.